Filling your ears, no Latinum required. Keeping up with the Kardashians. Always profit-free. Follow us on YouTube. Download at Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever
Profit
you
deficit.
listen to podcasts.
Oh, always in the hole.
Always profit-free.
Operating from the red.
Profit-free since 1923.
Since inception.
Inception. Mwah. Mwah. I'm doing the mwah sound from Inception.
I heard.
Was that from Inception?
Yeah.
It is now,
And
if
then
it
was in
wasn't.
every movie after that?
Yep. It became a thing.
Hey, welcome to Keeping Up with the Kardashians, your source for all Inception news and pop culture news.
Is there Inception news?
No.
Oh.
I think they were going to re-release it. But anyways, this is Nick,
This is Rob.
This is Joe.
and we're happy that you're here because we got 2 episodes of Star Trek we're going to review with you today. The Enemy and The Price. The Vincent Price. Not the Vincent Price.
That would have made that
The
episode
Price
so much better.
is right.
Bitch.
The price is wrong. That's what it was. But we're excited that you are here. This is, 2 episodes, 2 weeks in a row. It's been a while since we've done 2 in a row.
Look at us, consistent.
So what do we do now? Do we just go right into the reviews?
Show meeting. Are we recording next weekend?
Friday.
Friday.
I know.
Okay. It's like, what the?
Honestly, that's 3 weekends in a row.
I know. Look at us.
In August.
Well, the good news is my hectic schedule actually stopped after this next weekend.
Am
I see your good news, and I raise you bad news that my hectic schedule has just started.
Oh, my hectic schedule dials back actually too a little bit. So yeah.
Couple of dicks.
Until November, and then it gets crazy again. And through
November's
through
when I clear up.
Oh, and then I'm busy through December, and then January clears up a little bit again.
It's almost like it's your boss's birthday or something.
Almost. You got to celebrate that birthday. Got to get that birthday. So before we, dive into all the news that we have, there are some things that I want to share. One is Joe was a freaking hour late today.
Oops.
After rescheduling us, don't forget that part.
Yeah.
Wait, did I reschedule us?
Yeah.
Yeah. We were supposed to record yesterday at 6, and you're like, can we not record yesterday?
Oh,
So we decided we were going to call you out on the air.
that's fine.
Why? Why yesterday?
Actually, we
what
didn't
was
decide
so
that.
important that
Just
you
happened.
had to cancel?
I had a date.
Closer to or further from?
Yeah, closer to.
Well, you're further from this right now, I can promise you.
I did take that into consideration, and I'm sorry, but you lost out. I don't know what happened, but no, I scooted around to Detroit. Have you ever taken the scooters?
I don't care. I'm mad at you.
Rob, have you ever taken the scooters?
Yes, I have.
Did you like it?
I have never
I don't
taken
care.
the scooters.
You guys are bums.
I'm kind of
I don't
I'm
care.
kind of scared of the scooters, honestly.
Oh my God, I was zipping through
No,
traffic.
I would be terrified of those things. I would. Have you seen me walk?
Well, yeah, but it was
It's not good.
it was great. It was awesome.
I would have a lot of fun with it. I'm just terrified of it.
I went to the train station. I hadn't been there since it reopened.
Oh,
Beautiful.
really? You
Yeah.
hadn't got to see the... Oh, gosh. Isn't Corktown incredible, what they've done to that whole strip of Michigan Avenue? It just blows my mind to see how busy it always is there now. And it just... To think of what it was even 5 years ago, it just... Wow. It's incredible what billions of dollars of investment can do.
And then I'm an hour late today because football. My son's game starts at 3. They're about 2 hours long. I was like, okay, I should be leaving Novi High School by no later than 5:30.
Yeah.
I should be here by 6. But starting with the first game, it went late, and then with every consecutive game, they were running later because they were taking. It was 1,000 degrees today.
I'm glad you got sunburned.
I did get sunburned. So
I'm glad you have heat
you guys
stroke.
you guys can revel in my pain.
Oh,
Sons of bitches.
I'm reveling.
That's fine.
I'm reveled. I'm all reveled up.
That's shriveled. That's shriveled.
We won.
that's
We
true.
won.
Oh, I don't care.
Not that either of you asked.
No, I wasn't
So-
planning. What was the score?
18-0. 3
8?
touchdowns.
I was going to say 8. Okay. And then field goals are like
Well,
3 points.
We missed one.
extra points. Or,
We missed an extra point kick. One was a botched snap that didn't convert. and then one was a 2-point conversion that Peyton didn't get in.
Kid sucks.
Oh, okay.
Wonder who his dad is. He must.
Yeah. He scored 2 touchdowns today, and he had a turnover on downs, and he had a tip ball for an interception. So
not bad.
And he played the entire game. He was dead, like at the end of the game.
Oh, no doubt.
Not good weather for.
He was exhausted. I mean, it was probably 100 degrees on the field. Mm-hmm. There was no clouds in sight.
Our exchange student, his first game is Wednesday, and it's supposed to be 92 on Wednesday. And then there's a varsity game on Thursday, and it's supposed to be 90.
Jesus.
And you guys playing field turf too, right?
Yeah.
It's going to be 1,000 degrees.
Yeah. You know, I understand why they switched to field turf. It's like cheaper to like maintain and all that, but it is so much worse, I think, overall.
It's hot down there.
Yeah.
I mean, I was down there most of the day. It's unbearable. I was just walking around. I wasn't playing. I didn't have shoulder pads and helmets and all that stuff on running around. Yeah. So I can't imagine.
Yeah, no thank you. Hard pass. That's why I like it that my kid is unathletic. I really appreciate that.
So yeah, I'm the reason you guys are late. Give it to me.
I already gave it to you.
Wait, can we go to the feedback? Is there any feedback that says I'm great?
No, but there is some other feedback. That's some feedback.
I agree. That's great feedback.
That was from Brody, by the way. He put a super cut together of all the times we said booby.
Because last week's episode was booby trap.
Booby trap.
So now he can supercut this episode where we say booby like 50 more times.
Because he said booby.
Booby. That's great. It's great. I'm going to make that a cut.
Absolutely.
I'm going to make it a cut, and it's going to be on there, and then you're going to be all amazed because I'm going to hit the button, and then it's going to go. But anyways, send us your favorite pictures of meat. and then you'll be like, okay.
Booby.
Favorite pictures of meat. Boobies. Booby.
So you guys really thought that calling me out on air was going to be that was your key to comedy gold, was that?
It wasn't comedy gold. It wasn't meant to be comedy gold. It's meant to be passive aggressive.
Dude, I got to be up in 3 hours.
Oh Jesus!
I hope you sense the passive aggressiveness.
Here we go with Rob's schedule again. I have to be up at.
Well, if
it was yesterday, it wouldn't be that big of a deal.
Lay off the man. He got fired from his favorite job.
I got laid off from the train station because it's wrapping up.
Yeah. Well, that's why I went there. I was
6 days.
I was looking for you, and they said, "No, we canned his ass."
Yeah.
Is my friend Rob working?
Is Mr. Rob here?
I literally had only 1 day of availability for all of August.
Yeah. So they're like, dude, someone's got to go. It's
like, you didn't want me to work that day? What?
I know, right? I did work that one day. It was August 1st.
Oh my gosh.
I love how your 1 day of availability in August was the first day of August.
The thing is, you told them you would work a lot before, and they just never worked you.
Yeah, I mean, my availability was never very good this summer because of the graduation stuff and all that other and everything that was going on this summer.
Yeah,
but they worked me everything but the Fridays.
Mm-hmm.
Rob, this is going to hurt us more than it hurts you, but we're going to have to let you go.
Okay,
we're going to lay you off.
All right.
Our favorite ability in our employees is availability, and you stink.
You're gonna have to go.
Yeah.
Sorry.
It is what it is.
We also we also background checked the people you hang out with. Did not check out.
Oh.
Yeah, we called your references. Why did you choose those people? Those were bad references. Yeah. One of them was in a strip club when I talked to them on the phone.
All of them were in a strip club when you talked to them on the phone.
Exactly.
It was you just referenced the strip club. You didn't. It wasn't anybody. It was just a club number.
He tips well.
This is
just the tips well.
This is destiny. How can I help you?
Welcome to the phone. Destiny.
We're calling out Rob's reference. He put you down as reference.
Yeah.
Oh yes, excellent customer. Only brings in 10s and 20s.
He
always wears sweatpants though.
He comes to work often.
A little quick though.
Works quickly. He gets the job done.
Yeah.
ASAP.
He's efficient as hell.
Efficient.
For some reason, he always smells like baby powder and has sparkles on him. I don't know why. It's really uncomfortable. It's really weird. What can you do?
But it got you the job, so.
It did.
Yeah.
Speaking of strip clubs, the cast of Borderlands will soon be working in one because that movie has continued to bomb. That movie it's been out 17 days now. What would be a good average? $1 million a day for a movie that's a bomb? Like, if a movie bombs, what would you say a good average? Like, Borderlands, we already know it was like a $150 million movie. Bombing for that would be anything under $100 million, right?
Well,
or even anything that doesn't make so $125 million would be a bomb.
Well, yeah, because you're not making your money back. But a real bomb, I would think, there's for something that was made for that much, an absolute turd of a bomb is like $70 million.
Okay, so it's a $120 million movie. If they don't make 50% of their money, that's a bomb.
$75 million. So they are at day 17, and they're at $15 million on day 17. It averages $123 a movie theater right now.
Holy crap!
That's like 3 tickets.
It's nothing, right? It went from 3,000 theaters on August 9th. It's down to 1,100 theaters, which surprises me that it's still in that many theaters with how bad it is done.
I can't recall a movie where the budget to box office ratio was this bad.
There's got to be one out there though.
It's not good.
But okay, the reports that I read, it said that the budget for this movie was anywhere from 110 to 120, and they've made just over 10%.
That's wild.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That's crazy.
It's not good.
That's not good at all.
And they have the advantage of it being an already established property. Borderlands was an already established successful video game property.
To put this into perspective, Borderlands has made $15 million in 17 days. The opening of Alien Romulus, Friday, August 16th, made $18 million for the opening day of an R-rated horror movie that does not have a good track record.
Did you know there were no Romulans in Alien Romulus?
I was so pissed.
The hell?
I was so pissed.
Although
I heard it's really good though.
Where's the Warbirds?
I know.
Aren't there Romulans in this episode?
Yeah.
In the Enemy.
Well. So if you're looking for Romulan stuff,
you gotta be
stay
right
tuned.
There might be one next week too.
I think there is.
Are you guys really mad at me? Okay.
I'm a little flustered.
I don't really give a shit about you, Nick. I'm more asking Rob because
I will get over it.
Well, I kind of screwed him twice.
Just because I missed.
I kind of screwed him twice.
I could have had dinner with my family. Oh, you did, Incubus. So I was going to have dinner with my family tonight. I could have.
You hate them.
6. No, I could have had dinner with them, and then now I couldn't. You ruined that. My family. I'm going to get divorced, and it's going to be your fault.
You know what? Thank me later.
But he did screw me over twice. Okay, he's got 2 strikes now because
oopsie.
He sent me a text message. He's like, Nick, did you ever get tickets to the Incubus concert? I'm like, no. When is it? And
he says, no, I still want to go, though.
I still want to go. And he's like, well, it's tonight.
Oops.
And I said, crap. And he's like, yeah, I'm here at the concert. I'm like, you prick. He got tickets last minute. And he knew all along I wanted to go because I texted.
No.
So
I texted you both. Like, Incubus concert is coming up. Are you interested?
He did.
When?
Or he talked about it on the show. One of the two.
Yeah.
He did not text us. He talked about it on the show, maybe. Yeah. Everybody knows I vacate everything that happens on this show from my memory.
You're lucky I don't have my phone present because I would look at it right now.
Including the schedule.
Prove you wrong. And prove I can't.
If only your text messages were linked to your computer.
Yeah.
I think
they are.
Shoot.
You ever use a Mac?
Do you even Mac, bro?
Let's see if I can find. Let's see.
Don't I get credit for thinking of him at the concert?
Well, here's the fundamental issue, though. You asked him at the concert if he had tickets for the concert you were at.
Yes. Oh,
the possibility he did have tickets.
That is true. That's my bad for assuming that he's a grown adult and can get his own tickets to the concert and can remember.
That is your fault.
That's my fault. You're right.
That is your fault.
That is on me. Something I'll need to work on.
But wasn't the question, did you end up getting us tickets?
Did you want to go?
No.
Oh, what's this us business?
I thought you texted that.
No. He said, did you end up getting tickets?
Okay.
And I had another friend text me during the concert that night, sending me videos, and it looked like an incredible concert. And I'm really.
Can you read your text messages to that person? Do you say, "You son of a bitch, scumbag, piece of crap"? Because that's give or take the text message I got.
No, my friend said, "Are you here at LCA?" I said, "No, my heart is broken. I wanted to see you when it was over. I wish you were here," is what they responded with, and I put, "I wish you were here." And
you see why I didn't invite him?
And now I see it.
And then she sent me a clip of them playing, and they sounded really good.
I saw them at the State Theater long time ago.
And then Joe also sent me a clip of them playing.
They were excellent. It was my first time seeing them. Have you ever seen them?
Still haven't. No.
Oh, sucks for you. That is a bummer for you.
I think that would have been a cool concert though, because what they did was they took their Morning View album, which was their last really big hit album, right?
Yeah.
And they had Light Grenades after that. It was a moderate hit. It wasn't that great, but Morning View was their last big hit, and they reimagined it and played the whole album from front to back.
So they didn't own, I don't believe that they own the masters to the original Morning View album.
Is that what it was?
So they re-recorded it, and now they own the masters to, it's called like Morning View 23.
Yeah, and I just purchased that on vinyl the other day. So,
which I didn't know that they did that. I thought it was just album. I just thought it was like an anniversary reissue.
No, and it's pretty cool what they've done. I'm sure they did the reimagining in the concert, or maybe they didn't. Maybe they played them like they were originally, but
no, they Blood on the Ground, I think is like, it was all acoustic. It was great. It was really good.
It was such a good album. Just a Phase is such a great song off of that album. The way it builds up. Starts off super calm and just gradually builds, and then he starts screaming at the.
I had to remember which song that was. I'm like,
Circles is one of my favorites.
Circle.
Second song.
I would know it if I'm gonna YouTube it,
but they played all the rest of their hits, and they played a few other deeper cuts.
Yeah,
played a version of "Come Together" by the Beatles.
Oh my gosh, I would be in for that.
Which was good.
Sign me up for a cover.
I would have left.
Of course you would.
I would have told you it was by Aerosmith. It's an Aerosmith cover.
Should have said it was a Godsmack cover because they covered it too.
Well, there you go.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And this is the Morning View reimagination of it, 23. And then it gets really hard right here. Yeah, great song.
Oh yeah. So it was good.
Everything goes in circles, round and round and round and round and round. That's how it goes.
Give or take. Yeah.
Anyways, that seems like.
So I'm on thin ice with you.
You're on thin ice.
I'm okay with Rob.
You're on thin ice.
I think.
I'm getting ready to buy tickets to another show. I'm going to go actually to the Detroit Opera House and see Moulin Rouge, the musical.
Nice.
So I'm excited for that one.
When is that?
That one is September through October. I'm looking at early October tickets, though, for that one. So their prices actually aren't that bad, about $100 a seat, but
okay,
not bad, which is sad that we live in that era where we're like, $100 is not bad for a seat. But
it's bad.
It's bad, but it's not bad considering what the market is now. It's still bad.
Not including fees.
No, this was with fees.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, this was with fees. So
that's not bad.
It wasn't that bad. Because I get it through my credit card company, and they kind of like work out something where they get a discounted rate, so the fees are built into it. So like,
is that just Live Nation or is it a particular supplier?
I don't know. I don't care. I'm happy about it.
I like to get my. This is not. I mean, it's not a. It's a plug, but it's not a official. But I like to get mine through TickPicks.
See, I've never gone through TickPicks.
So everything. It's a one-stop shop. Like it's only. They just one fee. There's no fees involved with the tickets. It's all built into the price.
Upfront pricing is what they say,
which is good.
So let's just look for kicks. Detroit Lions at Rams.
Boy,
what do you think the cheapest seat would be?
200 something.
Well,
this is probably resale now.
155.
It's probably resale now.
It's resale.
So it's 500. Maybe not that much. Not that much.
I'd say one.
No.
175. I'm gonna settle.
Two something.
You were both way off.
Mid twos.
86.
$306 is the lowest price seat on this website.
Because it's resale.
That's still ridiculous.
That's crazy. That's the lowest price?
Yeah. It's the lowest price on resale.
That's almost what the playoff game was.
It's opening ticket, opening today, after a playoff run. Doesn't surprise me.
I get it. But
it doesn't surprise me.
Lions at Buccaneers, you can get one for $244. Lions at Seahawks, $238. Oh, yeah. Oh, no. Those are home games. So anyway, it's expensive.
Mm-hmm. But I do like the upfront pricing that they offer.
Mm-hmm.
And you can track events on there. So they'll give you push notifications if something is trending up. You might want to get your tickets.
Yeah.
You can say, "Oh, I was tracking prices for Incubus and another concert," and they'll send you a notification like, "Oh, this is down 50% today from prices yesterday."
Hey,
so you can track them.
Anyone want to go to a Tigers game on Tuesday for $7?
I'm gonna go later this month though.
Holy crap! I mean, obviously those are going to be.
I think for $20 you can play shortstop for an inning.
Oh my gosh! Honestly,
Okay.
the team is so bad. Best deal, best seat. What's the best seat price? Row 127, section 127, row 5, 154 all in. Oh, but here's one for 91 all in. That's not bad. Not bad at all. At all.
What else? What else is happening?
Is that not really a lot?
Any
of
other
news this
grievances you guys want to air about me?
No, you suck. We covered the box office. Did I tell you that Ryan Reynolds wants to make Blade 4 with Wesley Snipes?
week? I had heard that.
Ryan Reynolds has said that he wants,
He wants to go Logan style.
Yeah, it's not going to happen.
No, I don't think so.
Yeah, it's not.
It's a
Gonna
lot of money to invest in a property that, in the past 10 years has had
Do you think
4 minutes of screen time.
Do you think there's a market for another Blade movie right now?
No,
Not with Wesley Snipes.
No?
No,
no.
because it would not. Well, I guess they're doing a
Wesley Snipes isn't who he was 15, 20 years ago.
He wasn't even really that big back then when Blade came out. He had Passenger 57. That's about it.
White
Men Can't Jump. But that was before Passenger 57, wasn't it?
Yes.
Gosh, okay. This is
What are
making me
some-
want to Google this. Some of his
Wesley Snipes, like
filmography.
He had Art of War, which was a good movie,
All right.
Yeah.
but I don't think it was a
All right.
draw.
So let me go to see when Blade was released. Blade was released in 98.
98.
All right. Before that, U.S. Marshals, Murder at 1600. The Fan was a big one.
oh, I like The Fan.
Waiting to Exhale.
I forgot about that.
Money Train. Demolition Man.
Demolition Man.
He was in Rising Sun, Passenger 57, White Men Can't Jump, Jungle Fever. Come on,
Jungle Fever.
bro. You got Jungle Fever. We got Jungle Fever. We got Jungle. I'm just saying, we got Jungle Fever over and over again.
We noticed.
And actually, if I'm going to say anything, his career was trending downward by the time he got to Blade.
I would agree with that.
Yeah.
Because I'm looking at the movies he did after that, and
Was he in Waiting to Exhale?
yeah, I
Yeah,
just
he
said
named it.
Sorry.
concussions.
I would
know.
say I'd say White Man Can't Jump, and then Passenger 57, and then Demolition Man was probably his 3-movie plateau, and then I think it was probably down, just trending down from there.
Let me see. Wesley Snipes' biggest box office movie.
I'm gonna say Demolition Man.
Gosh, that was such a good movie, though. Blade,
Oh,
150 million worldwide.
Fantastic movie.
Yeah. Blade, that was his number one. As an actor, he's grossed out of 27 movies. He's made 828 million at the box office.
what did he? How much of that did he report on his
Texas.
federal tax return?
Yeah, that's
Not much of it.
That's the problem, right? Oh gosh, it's surprisingly hard to find out the box office run of his movies, though. Like I can find the total, I can find what number one was, but that's about.
Are you
it.
saying it's hard to find financial evidence for Wesley Snipes? I'm shocked.
All right, okay. No, I got it. I found it. I got it. Here we go.
All right, I'm all ears.
All right, so this is a different number. This must be domestic versus international. His number one box office movie of all time is actually Blade 2 with 81.6 million.
Oh.
Then White Men Can't Jump at 72 million. Then Blade at 70 million. Rising Sun 62. U.S. Marshals 58. Demolition Man 57. Blade Trinity 52. Major League.
I forgot about Major League.
Totally forgot. It's based on Major League.
He's the shortstop.
Willie Mays Hayes.
Willie Mays Hayes. Yeah. So there you go. There's your Wesley Snipes news
But-
for the day.
No, I don't think they'll invest in that unless there was some kind of bigger picture.
No, there's no reason to
Unless
do it.
Deadpool was in it, they're not investing in that.
Can we get a Gambit and
Dis-
Blade
Although Disney
version
does
of-
love their sequels.
Hmm?
Although Disney loves their sequels.
And they love expanded universes and
They do.
A Blade amusement park inside the Disney bubble?
Oh, but it's actually just all blades.
Yeah. Oh gosh. Or you go down like the waterfall ride and it's all blood that splashes up at you. That'd be great.
Blade.
You're just dodging vampires in a ride?
Let's make it happen, guys.
Really?
Batman 2 is on track to start filming at the beginning of this new year. It's shooting next year. We're gearing up, says the writer Tomlin. He said it's a sequel to the first one, but Matt is like no other. In the 5 years now that I've been working with him closely as I've tried to absorb as much as humanly possible from him. Blah, blah, blah. What does he say about he doesn't really say anything about the movie. It's shooting next year. We're gearing up, and I will say the bar couldn't be any higher. Obviously, everyone knows that. I mean, it's got to be. So anyway, they're filming next year, which means when did they say the Batman 2 is coming out?
2025, right?
Oh gosh, this sucks.
Well,
no, it can't.
2026
now.
It's got to be 26. Yeah,
they pushed it all the way to 2026. Yeah,
but we're about a month away from the release of the Penguin, so that'll hold us over a little bit.
A little bit.
Yeah, but I mean, we're talking 2 years. That's crazy.
I know.
Stupid COVID.
Not even 2 years from now. We still got another month.
It was the strike that delayed it.
Yeah, is it though? Because he was delayed as is with it last time, and that was COVID. But like they were already delayed leading into it. Which again, if it gets delayed and they put out a good film, I guess I don't care.
Yeah, it's just a long time between movies, though.
We do have the Joker too.
Yeah, the Joker 2 comes out.
They said something in I was trying to find it just now, but my computer's running slow. That Harley would have none of the traditional like accents or characteristics of any previous iteration.
I think that's okay.
Is it though? Like, is she not going to be a shrink then?
I don't think so. Or maybe she's already in the hospital with him at that same time. Maybe she was a psychologist and got put in.
I think there's a way you could do that. And
so she's not going to be from Jersey?
No, she's not going to talk like that. But if she's not like I mean, that would fit in well, I would think, with this particular story.
Yeah, jokesy.
It's kind of a shame, actually. But I think it's okay. I think if you're dealing with a comic book interpretation, which is trying to be faithful to the material, then yeah, you got a problem. But we already saw with the first Joker, they're not going for that. They're going for a more like
it's a more like a more realistic art, but an artistic tone.
Exactly, like inspired by the Joker, but not actually the Joker. Like I don't view this guy as like the Joker.
Right, comic book accurate, the Joker. This is just,
and I'm okay with that because that's never what they intended him to be. It's movies like Suicide Squad when they bring in the Joker as Jared Leto that you're like, that is not the Joker.
Right,
that is psychotic.
But they're trying to do something and they're missing the point.
They're trying to be edgy for the sake of being edgy, but without like a point to it. Like whereas this Joker, like we're gonna tell it a different way, but there's a reason why he's this way.
Right,
and it made sense.
Yeah. I agree. I'm looking forward to that. So I feel like with the Penguin series and then Joker 2 next year, I feel like the Batman in 26 it'll be fine. We'll be okay because
it'll be fine.
The Joker 2 is summer 25. I think.
No, I think it's.
Or is it early 25?
I think it's earlier than October 4th, man.
Of this year?
Yes.
Really?
Yes. October 4th, 2024.
Why did I think it was next year?
Because you're an idiot.
That's true. Strike 3.
Yeah. No, yeah. October
okay.
4th.
Well, then we're gonna front load with all of the Penguin and then the Joker.
We're gonna just be overloaded with
then we'll just be twiddling our thumbs next summer.
Yeah, until the next movie comes out. Oh my god.
But we'll get a trailer. We'll get a trailer at some point in the summer, probably.
Yeah.
For one of the Comic-Cons.
Yeah.
I imagine in May or June we'll get a trailer,
and that'll wet our whistle for a little bit, and then it'll be a holiday something or other.
Yeah,
and then it'll be 26 before you know it.
I will say though, the thing about the Batman was, remember how early they released a trailer, and then it was like 2 years before he's.
It felt like forever.
That was too long. Like that's.
But it paid off.
But what a great trailer!
It did. It was a great trailer. It was a great film. Everything paid off.
Oh yeah, because that was the early one where you just get one shot of him as the Batman, where he's talking to Commissioner Gordon, Lieutenant Gordon at that time.
Yeah,
and that was it. Anyways, anything else, gentlemen?
I don't think so.
Do we have listener feedback?
We do have some listener feedback.
Uh-oh.
We just have one listener feedback, but it's still listener feedback for the day. Let's see.
Open hailing frequencies.
Is someone going to approve frequencies open?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right, thank you. Gosh.
Jesus.
Gosh.
Sorry, that was on me. Strike 3, 4, strike 4.
Actually, Kyle texted in. This apparently had something to do with our conversation about bourbon. But Kyle let us note that Butcher's Cut Bourbon is one of his favorites. So,
Nice.
Butcher's Cut Bourbon.
It's also one of Nick's.
Oh, I lied. There was another one. Joe with the Rescuers Down Under hit. Classic, hilarious Joe. Ugh. Annette, I know this is you. I see the 216 area code. I know it's Cleveland.
Thank you, Annette.
Ugh. Annette.
See, Annette and I are back.
We're mad at him.
We're back on good terms. Annette and I are back on good terms.
We're not. This is false. This is not true.
See, we're good. We're all good.
I'm not going to take this anymore.
You guys can't be mad at me.
Why? Because Annette's not?
No, because I'm influencing listener feedback. So
That's true. We did get listener feedback from what you said.
That's all we get it for.
Oh, gosh. Oh, dear. And then
you guys should be praising me.
As far as other listener feedback, Brody I was just going off of some of these YouTube comments.
I was trying to pull that up.
There's a lot of boobies in his things. And he also calls us out about Oingo Boingo live shows, saying Elfman was great even before he was doing movies. And the 10.5, he said, what does Gaius Baltar say about that when you gave the movie a 10.5? So,
Ooh.
I don't get the reference. What does he mean?
I think it's just like you're absurd and idiotic. I don't know. I can't remember. I'd have to watch the clip.
But that was a great episode. I love that episode.
It wasn't a 10.5. And I'm really heartbroken that you gave it that.
Huh?
Get ready because he's about to give the price a 10.5.
Didn't Sean text?
Yeah. Sean texted. That was during the show. But I can text. Oh, he was texting us back and forth. He texted us that said,
about Snow White or whatever it was.
Yeah. Joe was. Oh, okay. Couple things. Gosh, I got to go back a little bit. Gotta go back.
My name was mentioned. I don't know if that's good or bad.
The mirror in Snow White recognizes inner beauty in the book, which is why they thinks that Rando is better looking than Gale. Same argument happened during the Charlize Theron, Kristen Stewart era, which is true. It's about inner beauty, and that was the whole point about
Has
Snow
the mirror
White.
seen Gal Gadot, though?
Actually,
I think her outward beauty outweighs anyone's inner.
The mirror said, I may have overlooked the outer beauty part.
I overstepped a little bit here.
Yeah.
And then he's like, come on. And then later on he says, Joe was being way too hard on those first seasons. I needed a break from him. Now he's tossing out 10.5s and I'm back. Plus, I need a recurring guest host spot or I lose interest. It's all about me, is what he said. So we do need to get Sean back on here.
Well, Sean will be happy. I'm on strike 4 right now, so
yeah,
I could be.
He's the Javi Baez of this podcast.
Oh my gosh, he's about to give the price a 10, and I'm gonna lose my.
You don't
mind.
want to know what I'm gonna give that episode.
Oh my gosh! All right, are we ready to go into Star Trek?
Let's do it.
All right, let's go into Star Trek. All right, we got 2 episodes to review here today. We got The Enemy and The Price. The Enemy, the Enterprise responds to a Romulan distress signal. They beam down to the planet. Big storms happen. Worf finds a Romulan, punches the Romulan out, beams back up to the ship without LaForge because LaForge got stuck on the planet. And while he's on the planet, he's slowly losing his vision due to the radiation. It's a big problem. And then he runs into another Romulan who hates him because, he's from the Federation, and Geordi hates him because he's a Romulan. And they're both having problems, but they have to work together to get off the planet. And they do. They work together. Meanwhile, this Romulan they rescued is dying, and he needs basically a transfusion. And the only one who can give it to him is Worf. Give it to me, Daddy.
Hell yeah.
But Worf won't give it to the daddy.
Good.
He refuses. He says no, because Romulans killed my father. Prepare to die.
Got him.
So Worf is like, no, he's going to die. And Picard's like, bro, I can't order you to help him, but you should help him. And Worf's like, no. And Picard loses respect for him, and he's like, get out of my office. And then they're like, too late anyways. Guy died. Romulan ship shows up. Gonna blast him. Starts blasting. Not really. Wants to blast.
There was no blasting.
There was no blasting. But basically says, we're gonna blow you up if you don't give our guy back. And they're like, your guy died. And they're like, bro, then we're really gonna blow you up. But then Geordi beams up with another Romulan, and they're like, we cool. And the episode ends.
Oh, there's 2 of them.
Yeah.
Our bad.
Oh, there's 2 of them. obviously a dumb summary of the episode, but you guys don't like my.
No, it was great. I thought it was great.
You don't like my longer one.
Pretty
Trying
on
to
point.
get back on your good side.
I know. I feel like these Star Trek Next Generation reviews are much more concise than my other ones.
The summary,
Deep Space Nine or Battlestar Galactica ones.
I mean, some of your Deep Space Nine and Battlestar Galactica were 5.5 minutes.
They would go 5.5, 6
Yeah.
minutes. You can't get away from those. Those things would never end. Oh gosh. All right, where do you want to start with this episode?
Yay, Romulans are back.
Oh my gosh, I love the Romulans. They do such a good job with them in this series. I forgot how good.
I was waiting for more. This is the first time we've really seen them since the end of season 1, right?
Season 2. The season 2 no.
The season 1 finale. The neutral zone.
The neutral zone. Yes, you are right. And it's been a long road.
I thought, and wasn't that the highest rated episode of season 1
for us?
It was one of the.
It was one of.
It's one of, if top 3, I would say.
And I mean, we went all of season 2 with nothing, which kind of sucked.
Well, it's better if they underutilize the good villains.
Yeah.
Like the Borg, for example. The Borg were fantastic when they were underutilized.
They were.
You will see later they don't get underutilized. They're less fantastic.
Yeah, I get it. It's just nice to see
for sure
some
once or twice
formidable
a season. Once or twice a season for something like the Romulans would be ideal.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I would like to say that the scene where was it the doctor thought you could just do whatever to the Romulans as you could the Vulcans.
Yeah.
And I was like, see, it's not just me.
I appreciate.
She's a doctor and she got them mixed up.
Well, because they're offshoots of one another.
Yeah.
Right?
But how long apart did they separate?
I don't remember. I
mean, it had to be like thousands and thousands of years because they look so different, in my opinion. I can easily tell the difference between a Romulan and a Vulcan. Or maybe they were just maybe it's the equivalent of like someone like. Oh gosh, this sounds so terribly racist. It's not meant to be, but like you take the whole nation of Japan and you cast them out for 10,000 years, and then you bring them back, and you'd be like, "Wow, they look so different," but they're really not different because you just I don't know. You get what I'm trying to say? I don't know.
No, you guys are mad at me for being an hour late, but go ahead.
That wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to end up.
No. It wasn't meant to be bad, but it's just.
Well, I know, but
imply like.
Sometimes that's when it goes the worst.
Yeah, that's a good point. That's actually a very good point. I don't mean to be racist, but I think anyone who's not white is terrible. Don't take that as a cut because that sounds.
We got that. We'll clip that. It's in the 37-minute. We got that one.
I don't mean to be racist, but white people are terrible. How about that?
And we got another.
Cut that one.
No, we'll cut that out.
No, dang it. Shoot. Going into the episode, this is a really great episode about othering people, right? By creating enemies and deciding who's worthy and who's not, because you have the little bit about Geordi being blind and the Romulans like, you were defective and why didn't they kill you?
They wasted time on you?
They wasted time on you. That was a good moment. And then this guy Bakra keeping him hostage, even though LaForge saved his life, like he refuses to work with him until the last possible minute and then decides, hey, this guy ain't too bad. Then you have Worf not getting past his crap, and this guy saying, "I don't want your stinking Cleon crap inside me."
Good, I wasn't giving it to you.
I wasn't going to give you my Cleon
That made Worf's
crap.
decision a lot easier.
Right, but it's so fascinating how this generational trauma can continue, right? Because Worf hates the Romulans because of what they did to his parents, right?
And he becomes Batman.
And he becomes Batman, and everything is better. But he's going to carry that on. He's going to probably pass that on to his child because if there's one thing Worf's good at, it's being a bad dad, which means he passes on racism, right?
Yeah, but
O'Brien's his kid?
But that's the Klingon way, isn't it?
To hate the Romulans?
Well, no, to hold grudges.
Yeah, they hold grudges. But like you're a Starfleet officer, and I think this is why I really appreciated the conversation between Picard and Worf here, because Picard couldn't order him. You can't.
No.
But at the same time, it's like you're a Starfleet officer. Your expectation is to uphold life and value life. And Worf basically says, nah, dog, I ain't doing it. And you could see on Picard's face, he's like, you suck, man. Like he lost respect for him.
He was mad. He was so mad.
He was so mad, but he wasn't going to say it. He's not going to question him, but
But this conversation got me thinking. When I was watching the episode, if it really comes down to it, like all the way down, and you have to make a decision, and you're Worf. Are you a Klingon or are you a Starfleet officer? Where do you think he sides?
Up to this point in his life, he's a Starfleet officer. He was raised by humans.
I know, but if you're Worf, and there has to be a decision, and it's either A or B, and A is like it's a Klingon decision, and B it sides with Starfleet. What do you think he does? Sounds like he's gonna.
I think it might be just situational.
I think a big part of why this bugs me so much with Worf is Worf has so much respect for Captain Picard. Mm-hmm. So it's not only he goes against the ideals of the Federation, he has an appeal from a man he respects, and he still says, "Nah, dog, not gonna do it."
But the hatred runs deep, man.
Do we know like what happened to his parents, or do we just know that they were killed?
They're in an outpost, and the Romulans attacked the outpost and wiped out everybody on the planet.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the trauma that's deep enough to overshadow anything Starfleet.
Yeah, I think that's pretty traumatic.
I'd agree. I'm just trying to get to
Batman made a life out of it.
People become
but I think Bruce has a little more coin than Worf.
Worf doesn't need coin. He's in the Federation.
Don't need coin. Federation, man, they've advanced beyond that.
Okay.
I dug this episode, like playing with the moral implications of that, like, and you can put that into 21st century society, like people who are so racist who refuse to get treated by someone else, right, of a different color, or like I'm never going to take blood because if there's a chance it's blood from another race, even though we're all the human race, they don't want to take it, like stupid stuff like that. I won't drink out of the same drinking fountain. I won't use the same bathroom. Like this is truly.
But would they drink a different race's blood?
Oh, that's a
what if you had
racist vampire.
I say, what if you had a racist vampire? What if Blade was racist?
I think we've stumbled onto something, a skit, a racist vampire. Can we take that? I need the board.
Racist vampire?
Yes, racist vampire.
Okay, well, racist vampire.
Here, just give me the... Racist vampire.
Got it.
Okay.
Got it. It's written down in stone.
I just need our idea board. Tack one on.
It's written down in pen. So, like, thinking about this thing, like this makes me go... This makes me concerned because the whole point of being in the Federation is you're seeking out new life and new civilizations. You're striving to be the best of the ideals. You are the beacon of light in the universe, right? Technically, that's the Federation's ideal.
What an arrogant stance to take.
But that's what they are.
I know.
And Worf fails to uphold those ideals here. Does he not? I mean, isn't it as simple as that?
That's the Federation goals, but the Starfleet's goals, but they still have other races mixed in there who may not share or be raised to that.
Then don't be in Starfleet
of sensibility just yet.
So don't join Starfleet.
Hold on. Then what? So if you have different cultures and races in Congress, what is your expectation for them to completely disregard their culture?
No. Here's a better example for you.
How is that not? What example do you have that is better?
Join the military and you'd be like, sorry, I'm not going to fire a gun. I'm anti-war.
I think Congress is a better. The military is.
No, it's not.
Because Starfleet's not supposed to be a military.
Coast Guard.
Okay, but
Canadians.
No, I don't know.
Other than like Buddhists, I don't think there's many cultures that are just they're part of their culture is anti-war. Other than Buddhists.
Oh, part of their culture is that's a really
So
if you have any listener feedback on this one,
I could be wrong, but
okay, so finish your Congress.
But my thing is like if you're serving in Congress, and do you expect whoever's serving in Congress to disregard their morals and ideals?
Absolutely not. But I expect you to operate within the lens of whatever, like in the United States, right? We bring all these shared values together to work within the Constitution. So in other words, like we wouldn't want to elect someone. Oh gosh, this is difficult. You don't want to elect someone who's a hardcore religious figure who says, "Oh, my religion should supersede everything else, and we should institute that into law," right?
Right.
Because that goes against the Constitution, right? We'd be like, "No, sorry, this goes against the ideals. We just can't have you here if you're going to be like that. We shouldn't put those people in offices," right? So, like, if Worf goes, there's got to be an interview one time where the psychological exam where they're like, "Worf, your parents were killed by Romulans." Yeah. Would you save a Romulan if they were around you? No, I'd let them die. And to me, like, sorry, you failed.
I want that guy.
You're not going to be in Starfleet. No, you're not in Starfleet. I just feel like this goes against what the Federation is.
Well, maybe as Worf has become more in tune to his Klingon side.
Picard Worf is different.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I understand where Worf is coming from. I want to be clear. Like, I get this. I get the rage and the anger, and I get how that could all, but to me, part of it should be like, I'm going to step back from command right now, or I'm going to take a leave of absence because I can't help. Like, but just to let him stay there with these things, I don't know.
See, I think
but it's also a personal decision, so it's.
I think if it was a ship and they had to protect a Romulan convoy, I think Worf would be fine with that. But he's given a piece of himself to save someone that wiped out his parents.
Yeah.
He views as the people that wiped out his parents. That's more
I think you make a
personal
Yeah.
than just trying to save somebody.
But how
Flesh of my flesh, blood of my blood.
But how do you stop that hate from getting passed on to the next generation?
You grow.
You rise above it.
You rise above it. But also,
And
you see
he wasn't-
DS9 Worf, he worked with Romulans.
He did.
So
but he did
grew.
not. But he did not give an organ.
He did not.
I think
we know of.
He might have given an organ. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Two of them.
2 organs allegedly.
That's so dumb.
So I think what we're
Second dick.
what we're seeing is there is a line in the sand for Worf, and it is
There is.
giving a body part.
Right now, yeah. Well, not a body part, but body fluid.
That's still a part of your body.
He should have gave that Romulan the old Hatua.
That's so. Come on.
I know it's so played out. You got to admit, the jersey I shared with you was pretty good. The Hawkinson one.
Yeah.
Did you see that?
Yeah.
That was fun.
Okay, thank you for the courtesy laugh. I appreciate it.
You're welcome. Do I get a strike removed?
No. Fuck. You get 3 outs though.
It's true.
3. Okay. Well, I'm on out 1, and I'm 0. I'm still. I got another strike on out 2.
Well, really, you're 1-1 right now because you got a ball for that courtesy laugh. That's what you get.
Nice.
You might get to walk. I don't know. We'll see. I get where Worf is coming from. I just find it a really interesting story that they actually chose, and I appreciate this that the writers chose this. That he did not grow in this situation.
Yeah.
Worf did not come out of this situation looking better. He came out of this situation looking worse. Because he's stuck in his trauma from his past, right? Whereas LaForge and Bakra were able to get past their differences, right? And see, and it wasn't really LaForge; it was more Bakra, right?
Yeah, LaForge was kind of chill the entire time.
He was fine, yeah. He didn't
But
care.
it's a juxtaposition of to your point of storytelling.
He started acting weird a little bit towards the end, but
Because he was annoyed that the guy had a phaser on him the other time when he could save them both. Although, Geordi's not seen the guys. I'm sure Romulans don't like to be taken prisoner.
Yeah.
They're a version of Klingon in that way.
Yeah.
And
They'd rather die.
They don't know more. They don't know much about the Federation. So how is he going to be treated?
And the Federation doesn't know much about the Romulans either.
no, but they didn't. I don't know. They didn't seem to bother learning anything. They just sent them down.
Well, but part of the problem is they're not bothering to learn anything because they violated the neutral zone. They're in Federation territory.
Yeah.
We never find out why they're in Federation
No.
territory. We can assume they were spying and they got busted and got caught. But part of it is like, we're not here to become friends right now. We're here to get you out of here before this becomes a bigger incident than it really is.
I do like that it ended with no real resolution.
No,
Yes.
like them just escorting them.
So
back
I do
to the
like
neutral
that
zone.
it's like tension building for down the road.
Yeah.
Like there was no release of the like there was no fight.
No.
And then but there was also no mutual resolution. It was just everybody go their own way and
And the way Picard, I think,
until next time.
I like the interactions between Picard and the Romulan captain as well.
Locke.
That was that was really a great exchange, especially the point where they're like, they don't really know what our sensors can and cannot pick up, so we're going to call their bluff and say we got one of your guys, and it worked out, but it could have backfired easily, and that's kind of I think that's the part of Picard I like. He's such a gifted diplomat. That's the part of him you're really seeing. Like you have Kirk, who's the sex addict. You have Sisko, who's the wartime general. And then you have Picard, who is truly the diplomat. And really...
Kirk was an action guy before diplomacy as well. You saw that in Strange New Worlds where they said what would Pike done in that scenario and what did Kirk do in that scenario with the Romulans.
Oh, yeah, he fired. He threatened them.
Yeah,
Strange New World tried to work with them, and that caused the issue.
Yep.
Kirk was action before diplomacy.
Yeah, he's all action.
That's why I said Kirk was all sex. That's action. Before, well, that can be a form of diplomacy, I guess. That's right.
He diplomasied his way in their bed.
Yeah, he did. But yeah, he was the action guy, right? Like that's why he's fighting with Gorns and getting in all these scuffles. But yeah, Sisko, wartime general. And then you have your other captains. We won't get into what they are, but I think you're really seeing the Federation, the diplomat, in Picard. Why he is in command of the Enterprise D. D's nuts.
He did it.
Mm-hmm. Had to do it. I appreciated some of the humor of this episode too. They kept it, even though it was
the sand in the boot.
Yeah,
there was so much sand in that boot.
I never joke when I have sand in my boot.
I know, that was great.
Do you see how much sand he?
Yeah,
there was so much sand in his boot.
He dumped out an entire boot worth.
It's like, bro, like you purposely put that much sand in your boot at some point in time.
Yeah, there's no way. Like he would have had to like scoop sand into his boot.
This is not right. Something is wrong here.
It was
Jordan.
cartoonish.
You ever have sand in your shoe? Like a mound of sand.
It's the worst. It's the worst.
I avoided it at all costs.
Would you rather have sand in your shoe, like a bunch of sand in your shoe, or have soggy socks and soggy shoes?
Sand in my shoes. Soggy socks. You can lose feet from soggy feet. What do they call it? Trench foot. You can lose feet, man. I'd rather have sand in there.
Oh, would you rather lose your foot from trench foot or diabetes? Remember, you get to eat your way to diabetes.
That's a really good question. Can I eat my foot?
No,
it's going to fall off on its own.
Why no? But I don't think the meat's savable. It's going to
fall off.
I don't think the meat's savable.
No, it's not. It's rotted.
It's like buying a steak from Walmart. It's like it's gray. You ever cook a steak from Walmart and it just turns gray? You're like, I don't think this is good.
This isn't real.
This isn't safe.
This isn't real.
This did not come from an actual animal.
It came from the rat in the back.
Anything else? There was no real B plot. I mean, they had the...
Yeah, I think the B plot was Picard, or was Worf.
I thought there's almost a C plot with the Picard part of it too, but that kind of factored in.
I thought it all kind of mixed together.
Like I agree.
I mean, there were just offshoots of the A plot. It didn't seem like there were two separate things that were happening. It just all felt like it was all dealing with the Romulans, and there was different
A and A minus.
Yeah, there was these different decision points.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, right. I do appreciate towards the end with after Picard played his kind of game with this captain, and he's talking with Riker. Riker's like, "Hey, you rocked. That was and Picard's basically like, that's not good. Brinksmanship is not going to win a war. Basically,
yeah.
Brinksmanship is a dangerous game." Was his quote.
Was this a sarcastic? Was this the episode that Riker was like kind of had an attitude? Or was it?
No,
was it
I think that was the next one.
Next episode. Yeah, that was the next episode. But I felt like they did a good job making the Romulans a good enemy, right? You felt feel the fear when the Romulan warbird decloaks.
Their buttholes clench up.
Yeah, they clench. Ooh. They clench. And how do you feel when your butthole clenches? Not good.
Yeah.
Not good, right? I did not feel good. So they're good. Romulans are a great enemy.
You're either trying to prevent something to coming in or out.
Mm-hmm. Amen. And if you get the cold sweats and you got the butt clench, it's not good at all. It's not good. Ever been there? Amen, brothers.
Yes.
If you have. You know what it's like. You know what it's like?
Yeah.
Cold sweats with the butt clench? Not good. Call in. Tell us about your cold sweats and your butt clench. 734-494-0980.
Tell us about your closest call.
Your closest call. Oof.
Oh, Lord.
I've actually not.
My closest call was recently.
My closest call was a finished call, actually. No. Closest call. It's been a long time since I've had a close call, but yeah. I've been there.
It was bad. I was like, it was bad.
Maturing is being okay with telling people you pooped your pants.
Third grade.
That's your last time you pooped your pants?
Yeah.
You just said you had a Close call. Oh, it was a close call. It was too recent.
Close call. It was recent. I made it.
Seventh grade. It was for me. We were coming back from a movie. We were coming back from seeing Speed.
Oh wow.
Yeah. And I'm like, "Are we there yet?" And I remember I was in the back seat, and my mom was driving. And I'm like, "It's coming! It's coming! It's coming! It's coming!" And then
you were saying that to your mom?
It came. Yeah. It was poop, man. It was innocent. And
so many drops from this episode.
Yes.
It's coming. I pooped my pants. It was the worst. We've all been there. It's not good.
Rob, when's the last time you soiled yourself?
Actually, after I had gallbladder surgery.
For fun.
Oh.
That's believable.
Yep. Because you kind of lose control of that function for a while.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's unfortunate, but it still counts against you.
Yeah. I'm fine with it.
And not only that, but once you get rid of your gallbladder, like you go from like, I'm fine, I don't need to go to the bathroom, to I need to go to the bathroom right now. Right. Yep. Like there's no in between anymore.
That's the downfall of having it out. It's still like that 11 years later.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Anything else from this episode that we want to address?
No.
This is view. Okay. So just looking at.
One minor thing. One production thing. You notice the uniforms has changed?
No. Did they get like
from the beginning of the season?
Mm-hmm. They used to have like a little slit right on either side of the chest.
Okay.
And now not all of them, because Worf's is still like that this episode.
Okay.
But they get more of that permanent look you see the rest of the series, where it's all one flat piece.
Okay.
You think they're just kind of toying with what they want it to look like? The final product.
I was watching downstairs. I go, this looks different. And so I went back to episode 2 of the season. I go, it is different.
Oh.
Okay. That's good.
I did not.
And I think I started to notice that last week with just Picard.
Okay.
It's like they did Picard first and they slowly trickled it down, but Worf still had this, like Worf is extremely padded this episode with those slit, and it looks different than everybody else.
I'll have to look again.
Okay. Well, I'll have to pay attention to that too. All right, we ready to move on to the next episode?
What a keen eye you have, Mr. Rob.
It helps I was actually watching it downstairs on the big TV.
All right. Next episode. All right, we are in The Price.
Is right.
Oh, gosh. A wormhole is discovered, and there's a big negotiation for it, and Deanna Troi wants no part of it until she meets a dreamy boy that she wants to call Zaddy. And she meets this boy, and this boy becomes her Zaddy the whole episode. She's like going out with him and saying, Zaddy, Zaddy. And they're having a great time together. They're having a great time. And he tells her, hey, just so you know, I'm a Betazoid just like you. That's why you call me Daddy, because you know I am your daddy. Are you okay with this? No, you're not okay with this? Okay. So, the negotiations are going on, and they're not doing well because this guy is just cleaning their clock. Devani?
I don't remember.
Whatever.
I hated him.
I'm just going to call him Douche.
All right, I thought you were going to call him Daddy.
No, Douche. I could call him Daddy.
Daddy.
Okay.
They're for you.
I'm going to call him uncomfortably...
yes, rapey.
Yes. Oh, my gosh, yes. Okay. So this guy is super uncomfortable this episode, right? And he's all about Deanna, and he senses empath feelings in Riker towards Deanna, so he tries to use that to manipulate him, and he's like, I'm going to steal Deanna from you, and how's that going to make you feel? And he's like, bro, you miscalculated, because I want her to be happy more than anything, and if that would make her happy, I'm happy. Which is a mic drop moment for Riker. Basically, the episode ends with the wormhole being completely worthless. Deanna having to out her boy on the bridge, and he ends up winning the wormhole. This boy with issues, but it actually hurts him in the long run because it's a worthless wormhole. And she says bye to her boyfriend. The episode ends. I don't know. This is a weird episode.
It's a very weird episode.
First of all,
so uncomfortable.
Get it right. It's Lloyd Braun from Seinfeld.
There it is.
That is Lloyd Braun from Seinfeld.
It is, but he is terrible in
and
this
don't
role.
say he's crazy, because he's not crazy.
Yeah.
Even though he is. But you cannot tell him he's crazy, or else he'll go crazy.
Yes, he will. Yes, he will. Good. I mean, I've obviously.
Was this before or after Seinfeld?
This is before Seinfeld.
Okay.
But
he was not the original Lloyd Braun either. Lloyd Braun was recast. But he's remembered as Lloyd Braun.
Gotcha.
But every time he was on screen, I couldn't help but think like crazy Lloyd Braun.
Yeah.
But he was very creepy in this episode.
I know he's supposed to be like super like bravado or suave.
No,
but it just
like
came
when
off
he
as
walks in
creepy
there
as
to one
hell.
room and like grabs her head and like starts playing with her hair without her permission. It was very uncomfortable.
Mm-hmm.
Very uncomfortable.
If it was, I imagine it was written that way, right?
This is great. I'm on Memory Alpha, and their little screen cap says "awkward" for when he's touching her hair, because that was super awkward.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she didn't look like she was into it, but then all of a sudden she was.
Very Joe Biden-esque.
Yeah, it felt like she was like concerned for her life. Right?
Yeah.
Or like concerned something, and then all of a sudden she's like, "No, I'm into this," which was almost made it really.
That's a really creepy screen grab.
That is a
Will you send that to Rob?
Yeah. I'm gonna send this to you, Rob, so you can.
No, it's just I'm just downloading and uploading tonight. Done. Not doing anything fancy.
Oh yeah, you got to go to work. Yeah, you got to go to work in like 4
Oh,
hours.
sorry.
Yeah, because Joe was an hour late and canceled on us the day before.
You guys know I don't like recording on Sundays.
We haven't talked about that yet at all, though.
Oh, that scene.
We're not going to get to that scene, but we are going to talk about that scene. We have to talk about that scene.
Yes.
Okay, so there was nothing about this guy that I understand why she found him attractive.
Nothing.
No.
Blue eyes.
Do you think she actually found him attractive, or do you think he was just
Because
manipulating
it was
her?
the empath thing,
Yeah.
and he
But-
used that. And then once she knew about it,
She
it kind of
never
changed
she
the way
never
she
gave
thought.
off, but she never gave off a vibe that was like, oh, I'm really into this guy. To me,
When
I don't
she
think
walked in
so.
and first met him, then she kind of
Well, when she was on top of him, she gave a vibe that she was into that guy.
Yeah, she
Well,
did.
okay, but
She was into him.
it all felt wrong. It all felt creepy.
or other way around.
Other way around.
Maybe.
We'll explain it to you one day,
maybe,
Nick.
maybe though.
That's true.
We don't know. It's 21st century.
That's true. We also don't know what Betazoid's situation down there is.
That's a good point. That's a very good point. We're just assuming,
Yep.
right, Joe?
Yeah. You know what assuming does?
Makes an ass out of you.
Me.
Yeah, exactly. You both times.
Oh,
Exactly.
damn. You set me up for that one.
Did.
You know what? I'm going to give myself a strike for that. Strike 2.
Right.
That was
I
bad.
appreciate that. You should give yourself a strike. Actually, I'm going to give you a ball on that one because you basically called yourself an idiot twice for me, so I appreciate that.
Oh, good.
Yeah, so I'm gonna give you a ball. So 2 and
Thank
1
you.
counts. 2 and 1. One down. One down. Let's see if we can make it through the episode. This guy was weird. Damon Goss. That was his name, right?
Yes.
Or
Wait, no, that was the Ferengi.
That was the Ferengi. Damon. Yeah. Damon.
That's a rank.
Yeah. Yeah.
Who are you talking about?
Devaney, Duvinani, whatever his name is.
I don't
Oh.
care.
Creepy
Creepy guy.
Yeah,
creepy
Lloyd
guy.
Braun.
Lloyd Braun. Lloyd Braun. Okay. So this episode was weird, but then it gets weirder. Do you not want to know how it gets weirder?
Tell me.
You know how it gets weirder.
Mm-hmm.
This scene where that scene where they're stretching together.
Oh,
where
the workout, the gym scene.
the workout of the highly sexual scene. Not just in what they're doing, but what they're saying. Did you catch like some of the things they said?
Oh,
Like,
you're looking limber today.
It said something. It doesn't matter if your toes curl.
who needs rational when your toes
Yeah.
curl up? Dr. Crusher,
You know what
freak.
that means?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know what that means.
Lower Decks made fun of this scene.
Yeah.
Yes, it did. And it was the two, it was
It was Shran, or not Shran. What was the Bajorn
yeah,
and somebody else?
Yeah, exactly. And the first officer.
Oh,
Right?
was it? Okay.
Yeah.
I had no issue with the scene.
Oh,
No, why not? Why not? Tell us.
I thought it brought the episode together. I thought it really meshed well with the episode. It made everything just seem consistent.
This reminded me of the first 2 seasons episodes in terms of like the weird sexual tension, but it's not really written well.
Was it okay? So it wasn't written well, but it wasn't really executed well either by the actors.
Yeah, but you really couldn't have this scene if you had the other doctor, if you had the old doctor.
If you had Pulaski.
Pulaski?
No, you could. That's the worst part.
No, I wouldn't want that scene with Pulaski.
You wouldn't want that scene, but it could be made to happen.
Someone with AI make that scene for us.
There's some weird stuff in this episode.
There is some really weird stuff in this episode.
I don't know if we can do a super cut or whatever. Rob's got to work, so we're not going to do a super cut.
Well, it has nothing to do with Rob having to work. It has something to do with you being an hour late.
Oh yes, Rob.
We'll just keep going.
Yeah. But did you guys notice like there were at least 3 people that were just exasperated in this episode?
No.
So
at least not right now. I don't.
So like just be like,
yeah.
It was like,
Because Troy was like that.
Troy did it. Picard did after he had the conversation, and then the door closed behind him. He was just like,
because of Ferengi.
Yeah,
they're tiresome though.
And then there's a third one.
Did Riker do it? I'm sure it was Riker. Wasn't
I don't think it was Riker. I think Riker was holding.
Riker was great in this episode.
It was Geordi. He goes, idiots. When he was talking about
he said idiots.
The Ferengi.
Yes. Which actually the Ferengi weren't as bad in this episode to me. They were a little less downplayed than they were in the first.
They were stubborn still. They weren't doing the animation.
No, I'm glad that they've moved away from them being complete buffoons.
It's just still so weird when they're offering gold instead of Latinum to me after watching DS9. Like, no, they want Latinum. Gold is worthless to Frankies.
They'll fix it.
I know they will. But it's taken a while. So.
I was excited. I thought this was going to be a crossover episode. We had Ferengi. We had wormholes.
We did.
Okay, and it went to the Gamma Quadrant at one point.
We're getting close. And
it was supposed to go to the Gamma first, but
it went to the Delta. Right, exactly.
Because the one end wasn't fixed.
Yeah.
So we set it up. We're almost there. And then what happens? The fucking thing's useless.
It's useless.
Wasn't the Bajoran wormhole.
Wormhole broke. Doesn't even work.
Yep.
Yeah.
Piece of junk.
Don't need it. Good thing it didn't, because then you'd have the Dominion a lot sooner.
That's true.
We don't need that.
No.
They weren't ready for it.
We got to save that for the Cisco. Only the Cisco can handle that.
Yep.
Thong, 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 thong.
You mentioned Jemadar thongs.
Yes, I can.
Not Grilka. Jemadar.
Oh. Wait.
Not Moogie either.
Moogie and a thong. You're gonna have to stop the show. I don't know if I can handle that. Hold on. Am I?
She's stacked.
She is. She was stacked.
Yeah.
Am I an idiot? Don't answer that.
Yes.
Damn it. But are all is it Jem'Hadar?
That's a ball three. Just for the record, you set me up for that.
Is Jem'Hadar just a male race? A male exclusively male race?
I think they're just non-binary because they're just warriors and they can't reproduce.
Yeah,
so they're okay.
There ain't no screwing.
Yeah, I don't think they're anything.
So they're not any sort. They're not anything.
Do Jem'Hadar have sex organs? I gotta Google that.
They never showed a female, at least.
No, and
I don't believe so.
Do they ever refer to them as he, or is it just them?
I think they've got to refer to him as he, just because that's the easier way to write it.
Right.
They're gender neutral.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was just curious. It just hit me for some reason.
They're mannequins down there.
They're Ken dolls.
They're Ken enough.
Oh.
They're Knuff.
They're
Knuff. So is there anything, though, about this episode that could be worthwhile of spending a little bit of time talking about?
No.
Well, I actually think there is. I like the discussion between Deanna and him about being an empath and how he's like, well, you use your stuff. And she's like, but we know why.
His example was terrible, by the way.
His example was really terrible. Hers
was it?
Yeah, it was terrible.
By reading body, you don't think
about her using her powers to help dire situations out where lives are at stake, and him trying to cheat
to make money,
to cheat somebody out of something.
Okay. I thought you were talking about the
terrible.
Other. Okay, really, I agree.
Really, on the level of things, that's a terrible comparison.
I was talking about the part of the conversation where he said that people have been doing it for thousands of years, using
body language,
reading their emotions.
Well, reading body language versus being able to tell what someone's emotion is a different ballpark.
It is, but people are trying to use the best known information or best information that they can ascertain.
But is it?
Yeah.
How dishonest is it for him not to reveal he was half Bajoran?
Super dishonest.
I think it's very dishonest.
This is a negotiation.
How did she not pick up on that, by the way?
Bad empath.
She's stressed out, not doing too well right now, and she's lovesick.
Do you think you could operate at your normal pace if you had someone sniffing your hair every 5 minutes?
Let's find out.
It's long right now. Go for it.
I mean, she was. I feel like she was kind of like put off. Like she
I
was
think
like
she's
off
more
her-
in tune at that point, going, "What is up with this guy?"
Is it like two magnets where they just can't?
Oh,
You think the waves just get scrambled?
maybe.
I don't know. Maybe.
Although no, because her mom
She doesn't have a
her
hard time
mom's
talking
always
with
on
her
the
mom.
on the
Like
ship.
she never felt that he was being deceitful or anything like that before he revealed that. It just seems odd.
So maybe there's part of the empath where you're able to block other empaths. Maybe that's how it kind of works.
Maybe. I mean,
I want to think it's really because the whole beginning of the
Bad
episode
writing?
is she's
Bad writing.
Whole beginning of the episode, she's stressed out. She wants nothing to do with anything. She's having a rough time. I think that's a really big part of it.
Oh, boo-hoo.
Suck it up, Buttercup.
But I mean, the only time the only on-screen time that we have two empaths together is when Troy and her mom are there, right? And they seem to read each other pretty easily, right?
yeah.
I have a hot take.
Oh boy,
She's in a bad mood at the beginning. Doesn't want to talk to
Oh
anyone.
no.
Nick thinks she's on her period.
May I escort you, Miss Troy? Just tell me there's some chocolate here, is what Troy says.
Nick thinks she's on her period.
Maybe that weakens their empathic abilities. Maybe.
I don't have time to edit this.
I'm just throwing it out there. Science.
Oh,
Is it possible?
I'm late.
Is it Oh,
I'm
then
late,
you must-
and you got. No, I
Oh,
got
good
mine.
thing you got
well,
your
first of all, we never.
Oh
You
gosh.
guys yell at me. Oh, Joe made us record this day, and we can't do it. And here we are recording, and we got this guy.
Just tell me that there's chairs here.
I do like that little bit. That was funny.
The chair bit at the
Yeah,
beginning.
the Ferengi.
So who's getting the chairs?
So who's getting the chairs? And you can have my chair.
Fine, get your Cleon servant to bring the chairs.
I appreciated that.
That was funny.
That was funny.
That was a good bit. Or there was a bit between LaForge and Data where he's like, look on the bright side. You'll have me to talk to the whole time. It's like, no, that's not the right side, Data. That's not what you think it is.
I like the Ferengi got stuck there in the Delta Quadrant.
Yeah, I do. It actually, I think they find Ferengi and Voyager.
They finally find. They have to go to another Star Trek series to find them.
Is it these Ferengi?
Yeah, these two.
It is.
They're like, we've been here for fucking ever.
Wow. I did not connect that dot for some reason. That's a trip.
Isn't it?
They're just on their little shuttle, too, when they find them, aren't they?
I don't remember that. I thought they kind of had like a little mini kingdom.
Oh, that's right. They build a kingdom. That is right.
I
Well,
thought.
they're stuck for a while, so
Yeah, they got nothing better to do.
Nothing better. That is pretty funny.
It is.
They
It's
have to
great.
go to another series.
It's a nice tie-in, though. I appreciate that. It would have been nice if, from the last episode, Bakra would have had some kind of
Yeah.
influence down the road.
Yeah. That would have been good.
Burt Bacra.
Like even if you go DS9, where they're actually allies.
That's a strike. I'm sorry. That's a strike. It's a full count right now. That was bad. That was bad. Even by my standards, that was bad.
Oh, that's bad. Then.
That's bad.
Oopsie.
Yeah, that's bad. Full count. Should we go to rating the episodes?
Yeah, 10.
I can't. Yeah, I don't think there's really anything else for this one.
All right, the enemy. Let's go to the enemy. Enemy.
Great Godsmack song.
I like this.
Do I have to go
episode.
first?
I like this
No,
episode.
no, you don't have to go first.
Okay, good.
I'm thinking about this one.
I wanna cheat off someone.
I actually really enjoyed this episode. I think there's a lot of moral conundrums in it. I feel like again, heart of Star Trek, asking questions that are important. I give this an 8.
I'm at an 8 as well.
7.5.
7.5. All right, we're in good territory, gentlemen. The price. This episode
9.3.
so 6.9. This episode is bad.
We got you have to stroke his hair while you're saying 6.9.
Yeah. Oh, this episode was bad to me.
It was not very good.
No.
Is this episode terrible? That's the question I'm trying to decide.
It's better than most of season 1 still.
It is
But I'm not putting it
pointless,
in
though.
context of that. It is pointless.
It is absolutely pointless. Nothing of any consequence happens here. The friggin' wormhole stinks, too.
I think there's a little something.
There's
of
a whole
consequence.
chair conundrum they have to figure out.
Oh, yeah,
I
you're
think
right.
There's something of consequence. We have a little bit more to Riker and Troy's love for each other.
This is
but
true.
Riker also not being like this jealous butthole of a guy. Like he truly
I
loves
appreciate
her and
that
wants her to be
scene.
happy. So I like that scene alone. For that alone, I give this episode a 3.5.
Oh, generous.
I don't know. I'm still struggling with it.
I'd watch it again, but
I'm going to give this one
a hate watch.
Well, Joe would. I mean, we all know. I mean, Joe would watch it for the the exercise scene that kind of brought everything together.
Yes, I like to live an active lifestyle, and
that blue dress was killer.
Yeah, that is a good dress on her. That is a very pretty dress.
3.
Flat 3.
I think we'll go 3.5.
That's pretty small. No, that's big. That's a big rating. That's a big rating. They don't get much bigger than 3.5 or 4.
That's true. I got your back, Nick.
Thank you. I appreciate it. This has still been a solid season, though. I mean,
sure.
Our ratings are still in the 6s overall, which is more than we can say for season 2 or season 1, where we were in the 4s and 5s for the overall for the season. So, Rob barely got a 4 in season 1. So we'll see. It's trending pretty good. We got some good ones coming up here as well. The Vengeance Factor will be next week, and The Defector. There you go.
That's
it. Oh, that's a great one, I think.
I give it a 9.
Ooh, we should shoot our shots on these next 2 episodes. Let's do it for funsies. Shoot our shots on the next 2 episodes. Vengeance Factor. If you'd like, I can read you what the episodes are about, and you can decide what you want to rate it.
A very short.
Okay.
Nothing too.
Yeah. I'll give you like the what it would be on tvguide.com, right?
Mm-hmm. Or IMDb.com.
Oh, that's a better way of doing it. Let me do that. IMDb.
If only someone already had it pulled up.
I had it pulled up on. Oh, Rob's
got it.
Well, Rob's throwing his mic.
All right, Rob.
The Vengeance Factor. Enterprise pursues a race of gatherers who continue to raid Federation outposts, unaware of the dangers lurking among them.
I'm going to give this
Now that's a synopsis.
Yeah. I'm going to give this one a 5.5.
That's your shoot your shot, 5.5.
6.
6. I'm going to shoot my shot. I'm going to say this is a solid 7.
Ooh. Okay. The Defector.
Yeah.
When a Romulan officer defects to the Federation with a warning of impending invasion, Captain Picard struggles to decide if he is to be believed. If he is to be believed.
Ooh. Okay, we got the Romulans again. That's always good.
Possible war.
And you already said that. Ooh, that's a good one.
I think it is. I can't really remember as well.
So I'm going to go 8.5.
8.5.
Yeah.
Going 8. I don't know.
If I remember this episode, I think it's like an 8.5 to a 9 for me. So we'll find out. We'll shoot our shot. I got it marked in here. I got them in bold. So we'll see.
Okay.
We'll see what happens next week. For now, you're gonna have to just follow us on Facebook, or on the Gram, or on Threads, because that's where we're at. I'm okay with us completely.
You said you deactivated.
I deactivated my Twitter today.
And what?
Here's the reason. Like I was at my desk in my church at 9 o'clock in the morning, scrolling through my phone, and all of a sudden, boom, full on hardcore scene popped up on my phone.
What are you searching?
Twitter.
What's in your algorithm?
It's not in the algorithm. It was just something like sometimes like I don't know what it was, and it popped right up on my phone. I'm like, are you kidding me? So I'm done with it. Right? Once they started to allow porn on there, I can't do it. And I don't know, like schools right now, a lot of them use Twitter. They might have to stop using it.
Twitter has been nothing but garbage since Elon Musk bought it.
Yeah.
I mean, it wasn't great before. It was like a cesspool of bots and just conspiracy theories.
Yeah.
But if you give everybody internet access, that's going to happen.
Right.
But it did seem like a genuine place to get information and news and to connect with people and to at least promote. If you had a podcast, it was the place to promote your podcast. But now it has become such a desolate wasteland of the worst in humanity.
It feels that way. So I've abandoned it. I'm done. I'm out.
I never started it.
So, sorry.
All right. Do we read a bedtime story to Rob? How does this work?
Yeah, we can do that. Call us at 734-494-0980 to lead your feedback to some of the touchy things Nick said today, because he said a lot of them. Call us at 734-494-0980 to talk about how Joe needs to learn how to be consistent with his timing. Also call us.
Shouldn't y'all mention Patreon?
Patreon.com/keeping up with the Cardassians.
Yeah.
Episode 2 of Righty Tighty Lefty Loosey just dropped, and
did someone post it?
I don't know. Didn't you post
it's about
it? No,
it's about to drop.
Yeah, I put it on so you guys.
By the time
Heavily
you hear this,
edited.
yes,
Heavily edited.
we did our best to.
Not as heavily as you thought, though.
No.
How was that? How was that last little bit
I
for
ended
you?
up cutting a big chunk of it out.
Yeah,
Yeah, that last bit gets rough.
Yeah.
it's almost like the swigs of straight bourbon started to.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Started to get to you.
I know what you're talking about, bro. All right. Thanks for joining us, everyone. Thanks for keeping up with us. We will be back next week. Find out if we shot our shots correctly or if we Kobe'd them. Bye.
Oh, come on.
I simply do not have the ability to control these emotions. I have nothing but sympathy for what you are feeling. But right now, I need you to...
Sir, I no longer want these emotions. Deactivating me is the only viable solution. Cannot.
You will not be deactivated. You're an officer on board this ship, and I require you to perform your duty.
Name 3 freedoms you had the day before President Obama was sworn in that you don't have now.
Obamacare, to begin with. Obamacare is the most egregious...
Have you had to change doctors?
May I finish?
No, sir. Have you had to change doctors?
No.
Has anyone in your family had to change doctors? Has there been any change at all in health care for you or your family?
I'm talking about Obamacare now.
My question was, name 3 freedoms that you had the day before the president was sworn in that you don't have now. Mr. Speaker, you just said that if you're elected, the price of gas will be $2.50 a gallon. How does the U.S. president control the price of oil? Governor, you've said that as president you will never apologize for America. This question's in 2 parts. Name an instance in which the president has apologized for America, and can you imagine no instance in which a U.S. president should apologize for America?
Mr. McAvoy, I find it reprehensible that the liberal media would try to pit Republicans against one another, and I, for one, won't stand by while it happens.
This is the Republican primary, Mr. Speaker, and you're running for the nomination. It wasn't my idea to pit you against anyone. It was yours. Congressman Paul, I'd like to discuss the newsletters you wrote and sold starting in the 1990s.
I've already said everything I have to say. I never wrote those letters and I never even read them.
They had your name on them, they had your signature on them, you made money from them, and in 1996 you defended them to the Dallas Morning News.
I don't like
Stop.
pretending.
Everybody stop. There's no need to go along any further. I see where you're going. Adam, listen. Is there some place we can talk privately?
Take my office.
Adam.
I think they really liked it. Did a good job, everybody. Give me a minute.
Look, and I told you, this guy...
This guy what?
Wasn't on the team.
He's on the team, okay?
Hang on.
He just
the team
put
I'm on is
display
the
of
voters.
destroying our candidates.
Smart, qualified people disagreeing about issues.
Your plan was to embarrass the candidates.
I want candidates who can answer those questions. And if they know they're going to be held responsible for the nonsense they're shouting on the stump, they'll be forced to stop shouting nonsense.
This guy's lost his mind.
He hasn't.
Adam, this is exactly what we always talked about. This is what we dreamed of. We said we need real campaign reform and a way of letting Americans hear the 2 best competing arguments.
Nobody could stand up to that kind of questioning.
You think that was brutal questioning?
It really wasn't.
And you honestly believe the candidates would submit themselves to this?
They should welcome it.
I don't believe what I'm
Any
hearing.
candidate who can handle a cross is going to find himself at the top of the polls in the morning, and we should welcome it because it'll clear out the clown car and give us a serious discussion among serious candidates.
Booby.